Welcome to the advice column. This week we're going to be talking about differentiation. I have a lot of teachers that come up to me and they say, I want to differentiate for my students, but it's taking way too long to do it. I'm spending hours on planning or trying to figure out what to do. And so, if that's the case, there's a couple options that you can do real quickly just to differentiate in your classroom. So, the first one is using Screencast. So right here is a roadmap using Screencastify, and this was made for a fourth grade class. So your students would just kind of go through these different points on here, and they would do these different activities on this roadmap. So again, they would join the said puzzle class. They're going to watch the overview video. They're going to learn about digital citizenship real quick, take a quiz. Then they have a teacher check-in. So there's multiple different teacher check-ins with these quizzes. And what's nice with Screencastify is I'm pulling a big skill, such as creating a video, and I'm drilling it down to many, many steps. And this has been great in the classroom because when my students say, Miss Howe, I don't get it. What don't you get? They're not usually sometimes able to answer me. But this roadmap has provided clarity to my students that they can say, Miss Howe, I don't understand how to record a Screencastify video. Or Miss Howe, I don't understand how to install the extension. Those are way better than I don't know or I don't get it. And again, you're able to add your videos on here. And I know too, we have a lot of students that are out for quarantine right now. So this is another way that you could provide instruction to those students who are not in your classroom at that moment. So if you are interested in creating one of these, let me know. I would love to co-create one with you, and I probably have some examples as well. The next one is just choice. So right here, this is an session that I did with Megan, and it's called the This or That Choice Board. And choice boards are great, so you could provide choice boards, but this video walks through how to create one of these type of choice boards. There's different categories for the students, and they have to do all the categories, but then they can pick which one they want to do out of those categories. So again, it's a pretty quick and easy activity for students, and then they can go in and they're able to do a this or that type of choice board. So again, if you're interested in creating one of these, there is a video that goes into more detail on how to do that. And then there's also a slide deck in the YouTube description that walks through or has some templates already made for you from this make and take. So please go over, make one, and add it to that template collection. The next idea is stations. So I did a session on moving forward with asynchronous learning. And you can kind of see here, I talk about different station rotation. I talk about choice boards. And so if you are interested in that, there is kind of a quick mini lesson that kind of talks about different ways to create these and using that asynchronous learning in your classroom now that we are kind of back. And so you can go in and you're able to see all of these different templates, and you can kind of also create with us. So we go in and we create a couple different examples as well in this video. So if you're interested in that, again, in the show notes or in the YouTube description, you can grab those slides. The next one is feedback. So I did a session with one of my friends in the UK, and we just talked about giving meaningful feedback to students. And so you can use Mote, you can use badges, digital stickers, talking about how to conference with students, talking about Screencastify, and all these other different tools that you can use to give meaningful feedback to your students, even just tracking their success. And so feel free to watch this video to gain some ideas on providing meaningful feedback to students. And those are just 4 different ways that you can provide quick, kind of easy ways to differentiate. And like what's nice is this roadmap usually takes students a week to complete. So once they're done, I might have a must-do, can-do list, and they would complete things off that can-do list. The choice board, again, it can take students some time to create. And what's nice is, again, you're able to differentiate their different projects or their different tasks that they might have to do. With stations, you're able to meet small group with students and pull them up one-on-one. Same thing with feedback. You can provide data chats and all of those kind of things one-on-one with students. If you need help, send me an email or Google Chat. You can also fill out this Google form if you have any resources for differentiation. So you'll click differentiation, you'll type your email, your name, and then what your advice is for others to share. So thank you so much for joining us this week, and go out there and feel free to start differentiating.